Hi and welcome back to Exploring Qigong. In this session we'll do a sitting exercise. See, a lot of people of course today work by sitting at a chair and sit in front of a desktop or computer, and they have a tendency to end up sitting like this, which is of course not good for the posture in general, but also the organs and so on. So we'll do an exercise where we work on stretching the spine. You know from following Exploring Qigong that we do emphasize quite a bit to decompress our spine. And this exercise, you can actually do it in a wave, so you start feeling sort of a pump inside the body. You have to sit either on a chair without a backrest, or at least if you sit on a chair with a backrest, make sure you move forward a little bit. Ideally, you should also have an angle where you shouldn't sit low, so your knee joint is like this, but preferable sit up. I could actually sit up a little higher, but this is acceptable too. I make sure I don't bring in my legs here, but have an angle here about this. And then I make sure I sit on my sit bone. You can actually put your hands in here and pull them out. You can feel there's a bony area in both sides here. I'll show it to you from the side view also, this one here. Then when you think about the hip joint is actually inside the body here, but we could also imagine we have like a stick going through the hip joints here. So I want to move forward and back over that stick. So I'm not rounding like this, I'm moving forward and back. Forward and back. I try to do it with a straight back. These two things I just show you from a side view. So instead of sitting like this, which many people end up sitting, where you close the shoulders, close the chest, make it more difficult for you to breathe regularly, you want to straighten your back. I do not have my feet in here, not out here, but have them under my heels is more or less under my knee joint. Then I have the hip joint in here, but imagine I have a stick here, and then I can move forward over the stick, back. You can even experiment with moving back a little bit further. Then you have to activate your abdominals, otherwise you will fall back, forward and back. This is a little bit like standing in an upright position where you shift forward and back over the ankle joint. So I move forward here, move back here. Then what we in Taiji and also Qigong call core area in here, or the inguinal region here, you have to soften up this area. So when I move forward like this, I soften up here and back again. Soften up and back again. So the exercise in itself, the things we just did is sort of a warm-up for the exercise. Then we bring our hands with the palm facing up here. See, if I really relax my arms, like really relaxing, like if somebody was carrying my arm, in this case it's my leg that carries my arm, I drop the elbow. Instead of being up here, I drop the elbow, which will lead to sinking the shoulders. If I really relax here, then all this part is going down, but my spine, I want it to move towards the sky. So I sit here, sit on my sit bones, have moved forward and backward a little bit, arms resting on the thighs, then I push up inside the spine. And if I exaggerate the movements a little bit, I started out by saying you can more or less do it like in a wave. I sit down and let go a little bit. Then I push up from the sit bones, up, and I sit down again. It's a bit of a special session, this one here, because not much is happening from outside. It's a little bit like if I show you the soaring crane Qigong like this, a lot of things are happening outside here, but you cannot really see what's happening inside. Here, when we do this one, you cannot even see what's happening outside. Not that much anyway. So everything is taking place inside. When I do exaggerate a little bit, I do exaggerate like my body language by going down a little bit and stretching up. But basically I do not want you to go down. I just want you to keep on in a wave, stretching up, stretching up, stretching up, stretching up, and then let go. So I'm stretching up, 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 up. Once I reach the limit, you have to feel it yourself what the limit is, then I let go again. And you can use your resting arms for that. So I stretch up, reach my limit, really relax the arms and go down again. Then I stretch up. So if I was exaggerating, if you imagine that my spine was getting like 50 centimeters longer, then my arms, it would look like my arms were doing this. I mean, moving up, because my whole spine is moving up. Now I'm just lifting the shoulders to give you an idea of what would happen here. It's due to the fact that I'm stretching up the spine that it looks like my arms are doing like this. But actually they keep on being relaxed all the time and just resting on my thighs. So I move up. And let go. If you feel it is beneficial for you, then you can include the breathing. So it means that when you breathe in, you decompress, long spine. When you breathe out, you go back again. So I breathe in, moving up, 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 and I breathe out, going down, 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 down. Breathing in, up, up, up. And breathing out, going down. Of course, I'm exaggerating my body language. Do a few times more. I'll show it to you from a side view as well. So all the time I'm doing this, moving up, and my arms are resting, I make sure I don't get stiff around this area. If you feel you start getting stiff or locked up, then move a little bit again. Go back to these exercises where you soften up the inguinal region, the quad area, move forward and back, finding your own feeling of a vertical balance, and then go back to the exercise. So the exercise in itself, my arms are resting here, just relax, relax the other arm as well. So while I'm relaxing here, inside, my spine is going up, up, up. From the sit bone, not from the feet, from the sit bone, up through the pelvis, through the spine, up, up, up to the top of the head, up to the byway point, and relaxing down again. All the time my arm is relaxed. So when I push up, my arms is relaxed, 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 relaxed. When I sit down, my arm is relaxed, 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 relaxed. So we start doing it, moving up. I'm exaggerating my body language just a little bit. And as for the breathing, you could breathe in. As your spine gets longer, you decompress, decompress moving up, 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 up. Breathe out as you go back again to where you started. So you're breathing in and breathing out. Take a few times more. An exercise like this one here, you can actually do it when you sit or work at your desk, at your table, sit at the computer. And the feeling and sensation you get from it should, as time goes by, help you to have a more straight position when you sit down. And also one thing, when you sit down, if you really start feeling your body, it's way more easy to feel if you're rounding the back than if you stand up. So when you move up here, getting the sensation of being straight, remember to bring that into your standing meditation when you stand up, even in the Wuchi standing, or stand up doing your different Qigong set. You should have the same kind of back when you stand up. Try to experiment a little bit with it. Maybe when you sit in front of your computer, or take it out as a separate exercise and work with it for a little while. I hope you have enjoyed the session just as much as I have, and I look forward to see you again soon on Exploring Qigong. Take care.